Hello, dear friends around the world. Welcome to Live Discovery. My name is Rola, and today we will discover together the parts of the flower. Every year, at a special time, flowers organize a big festival, an amazing celebration. They dress themselves with their finery and call out animals and insects. And you know what? They even call out the bats. They invite them to the party. The flowers don't have any sounds, but they use an amazing technology of communication. They use the silent language of their scents, the colorful colors, and an amazing design. They make themselves very attractive to attract animals, insects, and bats to come and drink the juicy nectar. And when these animals and bats do that, the small little yellow pollen stuck on the fur and the body of these animals and insects and bats. And while moving from flower to flower, they do a very important job for the flowers, the pollination. But you know what? Pollination is not just important for flowers. It is also important for us, the people. If you want to discover more about the special job that all these insects, animals, and bats do, let's go together and discover the parts of the flower. Hi again. To do the flower dissection, we will need a special dissection kit. We will need a knife, scissors, black squared laminated papers to put the parts on, small paper slips to write the parts of the flower on. I may need a hand lens if I want to observe closer. And I will need a small hardboard to do the dissection on. And don't forget, I will need the flowers. And today I chose the lily because lily can show a clear vision of the parts of the flower. So I'll use my scissors to cut the lily. And I'll put it upside down. I have a small leaf here. Put it apart. What do I see? I see a circle or a ring, and it has 3 sepals. 1 sepal. Now I may use my knife too. Two sepals. And 3 sepals. And we call these sepals the calyx. I will label a sepal, and all the 3 sepals together make the calyx or the cup. And it's called the cup because it really has all the flower parts inside. You know what? These sepals are very clever. They change their color from green to this light purple to attract the animals and the insects to come to the flower. And you might see these sepals in green in other flowers. Let's check the second row. Again, I can see 3 petals. One petal, 2 petals, and 3 petals. And I will label a petal, and all the 3 petals make the corolla. And really, it's the corolla because it looks like a small crown. Let's move to one more whorl. Look what we have here. We have the whorl of the stamens, and I will try to separate them and lay them down on the black squared paper. These are the stamens. Let's observe closer the stamens. I will take one stamen and check what's on the top. I can see something brownish, and sometimes it might be yellowish. And of course, this is the pollen. And I will just put it here. And I label the pollen and the stamens. This is the second part in the stamens, and this is the male part of the flower. And we call it the anther here. And I will label anther. And the last part of the stamen is this one. And this is the filament. I put it here and I label it the filament. So these are the male parts of the flower, the stamens, the pollen, the anther, and the filament. But I have one more whorl left. Let's check this part of the flower. If you touch the top, you will find that it's very sticky. Try to cut it. And this is the stigma, or as known in Greek origin, the stizon, or the tattoo. I will put it here and label it. Then I have this long part here. This is the style, or in Latin origin, the stylus, or the pen, or any writing tool. I will label the style. And what we have here at the end is something that is very important, and maybe one of the most important parts of the flower. This is the egg, or the ovary. And of course, inside the ovary, you can find many eggs. And we call the group of eggs the ovules. So this is the pistil, the female part of the flower, and it includes the stigma, the style, the ovary, and the ovules. So let's review together the 4 whorls of the flower. The first whorl, which is the sepals, the second whorl, the petals, and together the sepals and the petals, the calyx and corolla make the perianth. Then the third whorl, the stamens, or the male part of the flower. And the fourth whorl, the pistil, or the female part of the flower. Hope that you have enjoyed our flower dissection. Now it's your turn to choose a flower and to do a dissection. And it's good if you share your dissection with me. You can compare your parts of the flower with my parts of the flower. You can go on a walk with your friend or any of your family members, collect some flowers and do a dissection. And there is something that you can do too. Here, I drew the parts of the flower to remember their names and to compare with the other dissections that I do. I made a drawing in different ways. This is one way. This is another way. This is a drawing of the stamen. And remember, the stamen is the male part of the flower. This is another drawing of a whole flower. And one final one as a cut in the middle of the flower. Hope that you have enjoyed this lesson. And I'm so happy to have you as a member of our live discovery. Whether you remember or not, you're always welcome to click on the button and to continue the journey of knowledge with live discovery. Thank you.